How's it going, everyone? So to this video, I want to touch on basic firewood tools. I get a lot of questions about what I use, what I would recommend, what's the best. I don't go by what's best. I go by what's best for you, and it can change from person to person, region to region. So yeah, we're gonna go over. Let's start with the saw. Whatever you're comfortable running, I highly suggest, if you have the money, go buy a professional grade chainsaw. Preferably for me, I love a 70cc saw and bigger with a 28 or a 32-inch bar, so I'm not stooped over trying to cut a log. I love full skip chain. I've ran the full house. I like it, other than sharpening it. I hate sharpening all them extra teeth. So I run full skip, a full wrap bar, big enough dogs. Of course, I'm on the West Coast. Our trees have really thick bark, so this Husky 390 has the West Coast saw dogs. Really like those. The 395 has the stock dogs, and I actually like them. They're a lot larger than most of the other standard dogs. To split the wood, you need a good axe or a splitting maul. If you're gonna buy one, I suggest getting a 6-pound splitting maul. If you're new to splitting and not experienced, but this is a 4-pound Fiskars X27. Really love this axe. I can split most of the wood that we cut around here. Log PV. Highly recommend one of these if you're cutting logs on the ground. You know, you cut through 3/4 of the way, roll the log over. For years and years I did the push 1, 2, 3 with another person or two, and it was just a pain in the butt. And this was sent to the channel by some great people. My buddy Gil, who had passed away earlier this year, spent many hours on the phone with him. He's a wonderful person. Cut firewood up until he's 94 years old. Felled trees up until he was like 85, 86 years old. Still worked every day. Greatly missed the conversations on the phone with him. His partner Jane, she still texts me and calls and stuff like that. I need to message his son Larry. I've been in touch with him, but Gil and Jane sent this log PV. Greatly appreciate it. If you're going to be doing any falling, a good wedge banger. I like a 25-inch handle or a 28-inch handle. 28 when I'm doing firewood trees. I cut them down to 25 when I'm cutting timber, just because when it sits in my faller's belt, that extra little bit always catches on brush and stuff, and then when I throw my saw over my shoulder, it always hits my power head. So I chopped it down 3 inches, made them 25-inch handles. They work great. A good wedge banger. This one used to be like that, and I cut a bunch off, and it's got a great splitting profile. I use this for splitting wood. Wedges, K&H wedges, Blue Ox by Madson's. Shop Madson's online. Really great company in Centralia, Washington. But I love the K&H. I love the Blue Ox. And actually I got one here. Another one is Double Taper. Double Taper Wedge Co. makes some awesome wedges. I love these orange-headed ones. They have the ones with the teeth on the one side that really bite in. They don't pop out when you're wedging a tree. If you're going to be doing any falling, carry wedges and a wedge banger. I always carry a tape measure. This is just a Spencer's Loggers tape I use when I was cutting timber. Shackles or clevises, I carry 4 little ones. I got a bigger one on there. I'll bring you guys in for a closer view. Files, always carry files with you. I run 7/32 on this 3/8 chain. Bar wrench, combo can. Gil and Jane sent me 3 of these combo cans. You can find them online, look on Amazon and stuff like that. I carry a toolbox full of all kinds of stuff: spark plugs, spare chain, bar nuts, anything that goes maintenance wise with the chainsaw. I got in here some extra tools for the truck and stuff like that. Changing tires, carry one of these. I got the stock one inside the truck, but I don't like it because you can't spin it real quick when you're in a hurry. Marking tools. I just take a block of wood, you know, I cut them. These are like 15 3/4 inches. And then I use sidewalk chalk to mark. A lot of people use paint, the mango marker. I just use sidewalk chalk. Extra tie down straps. You never know when you're gonna need them. Extra bungee cord. Electrical tape. I got these in every truck, every backpack, hunting backpack, everything I can think of. You never know when you can use that stuff. Extra saw chain. But yeah, I carry 4, 5, 6 wedges. I always have 2 or 3 in every single truck of ours. Kelsey and I have 4 trucks. I throw wedges, bar wrenches, files, all that little stuff I keep in each of our trucks. Gloves. When you're cutting firewood, a lot of folks will try and use leather gloves. I tried it a long time ago, and the bad thing is the sawdust gets down in behind the glove, and man, you got to stop every now and again, pull your gloves off, empty them out. These are just white knitted cotton gloves. You can get them on Madson's online. I buy these at the local gas station where I'm from. They're just a faller's glove. I wear these cutting timber and stuff like that. But even in the winter time, when cutting timber, I'll just wear a set of these. Every now and again, I'll throw in like a liner underneath of them, but carry a bunch of them in my pack. And one trick to wring them out when they're soaking wet, like if it's raining, you go to fall a tree, you pull your gloves off and you throw them in your face cut. When that tree comes over, it'll squeeze all the water out and it helps big time. Just a milk crate. This is one of the double milk crates. I got a couple of them. I'll bring you guys in. I took an old chainsaw sleeve and I cut it down. It was actually off the pole saw that I have that was given to Kelsey and I by Kelsey's grandmother. Thank you, Helen. It's just a sleeve off the bar. I cut it down to hold my files and bar wrench. Cable or log chain. I use 5/16 log chain. Preferably, I like to do 20 feet or a 30-footer. I always try and do a 30-footer because I used 20 for years, and it always seems like you needed an extra 10 feet to reach another tree. So I started making mine at the hardware store, or they call it North 40 where I'm from. It's just a big kind of Western surplus store. I don't know if you call it surplus, but I make 30-foot log chains. I really like those. I do have cable. I'm starting to go back to cable. I started with cable, I went to chain, I went to cable, it's just back and forth. My cable's underneath there. I got about a 15-foot chunk. I knew I would be cutting in this log deck today, so I didn't really plan on bringing extra cable, but try and run anywhere from 50 to 100 feet of cable. Winter time, it's good to have a couple 100 feet of cable, because if you cannot get up higher in the mountains where the trees are right next to the road, dead ones, you might have to pull 100, 200 feet up the hill to pull a firewood tree down. So get you the best truck you can buy. I don't care if it's a 2-wheel drive truck and you're in town, whatever. Make sure you got good tires. I run 10-ply tires always. 6-plies, I don't mess with those. I've had too many flats, so get a good 10-ply tire. 4-wheel drive if you can afford it, or if you have it. But the main thing is just get what you can, get out there and cut a little bit of firewood. You don't have to have a giant saw. You know, you could go get a 30, 40 cc saw and go and cut smaller trees and stuff. Buy you a little axe, find one at a yard sale. Yard sales are really good for finding axes and stuff like that. Heck, even chainsaws. But anyhow, I'll bring you guys in closer, show you this milk crate setup, and then I'm gonna get out of here. Just basic firewood tools. I had a lot of questions on what I use, what I prefer. When I'm just cutting in a Toyota, I don't bring a whole lot. The bigger trucks, I bring extra gear. So anyway, I'll bring you guys in closer. All right, so again, Spencer's Loggers tape. I just got these clevises or shackles, some may call them, ran through the side of the milk crate. And then here's just that bar sleeve I cut down, zip tied in there to hold files, bar wrench, carry extra chain in there. I always throw cardboard down in the bottom of these, that way stuff don't fall through, or seems like a file will slide through and get hung up on something when you're trying to slide it around, so cardboard works for that. But there you have it. That's the firewood tools, basic firewood tools. If you're videoing, bring a tripod. Wish you folks good health and happiness as always. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.